Scotty Kilmer recommends some great cars, but let's be honest, his videos are full of rants. If you just want the cars he actually stands behind, I've got you covered. In our last video, we went through 10 of his favorites. Today, we're back with 10 more, and it's not just Toyotas. Stick around because a few of these might surprise you. Number 10. Toyota 4Runner. The Toyota 4Runner is one of Scotty's all-time favorites, and he's even gone so far as to call it the best vehicle Toyota makes. Why? Because unlike the sea of crossovers clogging up today's market, the 4Runner is still a real SUV, body on frame, built tough and designed to handle abuse. Under the hood, you've got Toyota's famously durable V6 or even the older V8 options, both of which are known to last forever with just basic maintenance. Scotty loves pointing out that you don't have to baby these things. They're overbuilt. Want to tow, haul, or just climb mountain trails for fun? A 4Runner will shrug it off and keep going for 300,000 miles plus. Sure, gas mileage isn't great, but reliability makes up for it. In Scotty's words, if you want something that's made like they used to make cars, the 4Runner is at the top of the list. Number 9. Mazda 3. Here's where things get interesting. Scotty has recently said the Mazda 3 is better than Toyota right now. That's a bold statement coming from him, considering he's spent decades singing Toyota's praises. But he gives credit where it's due. The newer Mazda 3s, especially with their Sky-active engines, have proven to be extremely reliable, fuel-efficient, and surprisingly well-built. He likes how Mazda has kept things straightforward while still making the car fun to drive. It's not weighed down with the kind of fragile tech that makes so many modern cars a nightmare long-term. Instead, it strikes a balance. Solid reliability with a bit of personality. And that's rare these days. Scotty's advice? If you're shopping for compact sedans, don't overlook the Mazda 3 just because it doesn't have Toyota or Honda on the badge. Number 8. Mazda 6. Sliding into number 8, we've got the Mazda 6, and Scotty has a soft spot for this one, at least the earlier generations with naturally aspirated engines. He often points out that while Toyota and Honda dominate the conversation for midsize sedans, the Mazda 6 offers something a little different. It's reliable, yes, but it also has more personality behind the wheel. It feels sportier, sharper, and a bit more fun than a Camry without sacrificing dependability. And because it's often overlooked in favor of Camrys and Accords, you can usually pick one up for less money on the used market. That's classic Scotty logic. Don't just chase the popular badge. Go for the car that'll last and cost you less in the long run. Number 7. Mercury Grand Marquis and Ford Crown Victoria. Now this is where Scotty's old school side really comes out. He absolutely loves the old Panther platform cars, such as the Mercury Grand Marquis and the Ford Crown Victoria. These things are straight out of another era. Big, body-on-frame sedans with rear-wheel drive and simple V8 engines. Scotty often calls them bulletproof taxis because, well, they literally were. They served as police cruisers and cabs for decades, racking up 300,000 miles or more with nothing but basic upkeep. What Scotty admires most about these cars is their simplicity. No fancy tech to break, no fragile turbochargers, no overcomplicated electronics. Just big chunks of steel, old-school engineering, and an engine bay you can actually work on. He'll admit they aren't the most fuel-efficient cars, but for reliability and toughness and easy repairs, they're hard to beat. In fact, if you ask Scotty about modern cars being over-engineered, the Panther platform is exactly what he's contrasting them against. They're cars built to take abuse and keep on rolling. Number 6. Mazda MX-5 Miata. Now, when you think of Scotty Kilmer, you probably don't picture him recommending a two-seat convertible sports car. But the Mazda MX-5 Miata is one of the few modern sports cars that gets his approval. Why? Because it's simple, fun, and doesn't drown you in overcomplicated tech. Scotty often jokes about cars being rolling computers on wheels. But with the Miata, what you see is what you get. A lightweight car, a manual transmission, and an engine that's not stressed to the max. It's reliable because there's less to go wrong. He'll even tell you it's better to own a Miata than some high-end German coupe, because instead of constant trips to the repair shop, you're just enjoying the drive. And if something does break, parts are cheap, and fixing it isn't rocket science. In Scotty's world, that's the perfect recipe for a sports car. Number 5. GM cars with a 3800 V6. Now, if you've been watching Scotty for a while, you know he isn't exactly the biggest GM fan. He's blasted their cheap interiors, their weak transmissions, and what he calls planned obsolescence more times than anyone can count. But there's one shining exception he never fails to tip his hat to: the legendary GM 3800 V6. This engine is one of those rare cases where GM got it right. Scotty loves it because it's about as simple and durable as engines come. Cast iron block, straightforward pushrod design, no fragile turbos or fancy tech to ruin the fun. It's not going to win any awards for high horsepower, but it was built to last, and that's exactly why Scotty respects it. You'll find it in a bunch of GM cars: the Buick LeSabre, Pontiac Bonneville, Chevy Impala, and even some Oldsmobiles. And when Scotty talks about them, he'll always say the same thing: the car might fall apart around you, but that engine will still be running. Plenty of owners report 250 to 300,000 miles out of these motors with just basic maintenance. And if you ever do have to fix one, it's cheap and easy. Parts are everywhere, and because it's such a common engine, every mechanic in America knows how to work on it. Scotty loves that. He always emphasizes that a reliable car shouldn't turn into a nightmare at the repair shop. Now, he's not saying every GM car with a 3800 is worth buying. You still have to watch out for rust, weak transmissions in some models, and just plain cheap build quality. But if you're hunting for a bargain used car, finding one of these with a solid 3800 under the hood is like striking gold. In Scotty's words, it's proof that even GM could make a bulletproof engine when they weren't trying to be fancy. Number 4. Toyota Corolla. And now we swing back to a car that's basically the cornerstone of Scotty Kilmer's advice: the Toyota Corolla. If you've ever asked him, what's the cheapest, most reliable car I can buy? Chances are, he said Corolla before you even finished your sentence. What makes it so good? Simplicity. The Corolla doesn't try to be a luxury car. It doesn't try to be sporty. It doesn't try to impress anyone. It just does its job. And that's exactly why it lasts. Scotty has seen countless Corollas hit 300,000 miles and beyond, sometimes with nothing more than regular oil changes. He loves to point out that they don't even break in dramatic ways. Something wears out, you throw in a cheap replacement part, and you're back on the road. It's also one of the cheapest cars to keep on the road long term. Need brake pads? They're everywhere. They cost next to nothing. Need a water pump or alternator? A backyard mechanic could swap it out in an afternoon. Scotty often jokes that you could teach a teenager how to work on their first car using a Corolla because there's nothing overly complicated under the hood. And while people sometimes dismiss it as boring, Scotty flips that on its head. He'll say, boring doesn't leave you stranded on the side of the road. In his eyes, the Corolla is the definition of value. It gets the job done. It doesn't cost you much to own, and it'll keep doing that job for decades. Whether it's a 90s model with crank windows or a 2000s version with a few more creature comforts, Scotty's message is always the same. If you just want a car that works, buy a Corolla. Number 3. Honda Odyssey. Now, let's talk about a vehicle category Scotty usually doesn't praise much: minivans. He's quick to rip apart modern vans and SUVs for being overloaded with fragile electronics and complex drivetrains that just don't age well. But when it comes to the older Honda Odyssey models, the ones before Honda started putting CVTs in everything, Scotty gives them a big thumbs up. Why? Because they're built to handle exactly what families need: space, comfort, and durability. Under the hood, you've got Honda's tried and true V6 engines, which, when maintained properly, can go hundreds of thousands of miles. And while newer vans chase tech gimmicks, the older Odysseys kept it relatively simple. That simplicity is exactly what Scotty looks for. Fewer things to break, easier to keep on the road. Now, Scotty warns buyers about specific weak spots, especially certain years with transmission issues. He'll always tell you to research the exact year you're buying and make sure the previous owner kept up with fluid changes. But once you get a good one, it's basically a tank in minivan clothing. Families have run these into the ground hauling kids, pets, groceries, and road trip gear, and they still keep going. Scotty likes to highlight how the Odyssey represents the best of Honda engineering before the industry shifted toward over-engineering. It's practical, it's affordable, and most importantly, it's reliable. For families who don't want to spend luxury SUV money but still need something that'll last, Scotty would tell you an older Odyssey is one of the smartest buys you can make. And honestly, this one shows another side of Scotty's philosophy. He doesn't just recommend cars that are cheap commuters. He also respects vehicles that can take a beating in real-world family life. The Odyssey proves that reliability isn't just about lasting long. It's about lasting long while doing hard work day after day. Number 2. Subaru Outback Forester. Now this one might surprise some of you because if there's one brand Scotty loves to roast, it's Subaru. He's talked about blown head gaskets, oil consumption problems, and turbocharged engines that just don't hold up. But here's the thing. He doesn't throw the entire brand under the bus. In fact, when it comes to the older Outbacks and Foresters with naturally aspirated engines, Scotty actually tips his hat. He'll tell you straight up, if you get one of these from the simpler pre-turbo days and you stay on top of maintenance, they can last a very long time. And let's not forget why people buy them in the first place. These cars are built for all weather conditions: snow, dirt roads, rural life. They've got Subaru's full-time all-wheel drive, and they're practical as heck. Scotty respects that because he knows plenty of folks aren't just cruising highways. They need something that can actually deal with rough environments. Of course, he'll still warn you about the usual Subaru pitfalls. Keep up with oil changes religiously. Pay attention to any signs of overheating. And don't expect the cheapest parts when something does wear out. But in his view, if you want an affordable, capable vehicle for bad weather living, and you can pick the right model, an older Outback or Forester can serve you faithfully for years. In a way, this entry sums up Scotty's philosophy. Not every car from a bad brand is junk, and not every car from a good brand is bulletproof. You've got to know which models hit the sweet spot. And for Subaru, that sweet spot is the older, simpler Outbacks and Foresters. Number 1. Lexus RX. Finally, at number 1, we've got a car that brings everything full circle. The Lexus RX. Now, Scotty will tell you flat out that most luxury cars are a waste of money. German luxury? Forget it. He'll rant about BMWs and Mercedes draining your wallet until the end of time. But the RX is different because underneath that Lexus badge is really just a Toyota in disguise. Scotty loves the early generations of the RX because they're essentially Camrys with a luxury body and interior. That means you're getting Toyota's bulletproof reliability paired with Lexus comfort. He's called them some of the best long-term luxury vehicles you can buy because they deliver on both ends. They last forever and they're nice to live with. And unlike their German rivals, you won't go broke when it's time to fix something. He's even pointed out that these SUVs can easily hit 250,000 miles or more with basic maintenance. The engines are proven, the transmissions are solid, and the electronics don't tend to fall apart like other luxury brands. Sure, you might pay a little more upfront for a well-kept RX, but Scotty would argue it's worth every penny compared to buying something flashy that's going to nickel and dime you with endless repairs. And maybe that's the ultimate Scotty Kilmer recommendation. Buy something that gives you the comfort and features you want, but don't sacrifice reliability to get it. With the Lexus RX, you don't have to compromise. You get the best of both worlds. But which of these cars do you think is the most reliable? Let me know in the comments.